Shifting gears to the economy, Korea has raised its economic growth forecast for this year to 2.7% on rising optimism.
Arirang's Hwang Ji-hye has more on how the government expects its stimulus programs will give a boost to the economy later in the year.
The Korean government's outlook for the economy has gotten a bit rosier, this despite concerns of a tapering off of stimulus measures in the U.S. The finance ministry said Thursday that the nation's economy is likely to grow 2.7% this year, up 0.4 percentage points from its projection in March. It also predicts that Asia's fourth largest economy will grow 4% next year. The increased optimism comes on the heels of stimulus measures recently going into effect. Korea's parliament approved $15 billion in extra government spending in May, and the government has since introduced property-boosting measures and the interest rate cut. Along with the revised growth outlook, the ministry also said it expects the job and consumer price outlooks to improve this year. It added, however, that the changes in the monetary policies of the U.S. and China could prompt a capital flight from Korea, posing a potential risk to growth.
We will focus on managing the risks coming from the uncertainties caused by the planned U.S. stimulus scale-back in the second half of this year.
Unlike the government, which is expressing confidence about its ability to cope with the external risks, analysts warn that the government has set its bar too high.
The nation's household debt problem is now becoming a reason for dwindling consumption. The economic democratization move to rein in the nation's conglomerates could also worsen business sentiment, preventing further capital investment in the second half of this year.
To achieve the raised growth forecast, the government has pledged additional spending of $870 million. Korea's quarterly economic growth has been lower than 1% for 2 years. Hwang Ji-hye, Arirang News.